All right. A little bit early, but hey, I was ready to get started. What's going on, guys? How are you doing? Are you guys ready for the finishing of round 2? Because I sure as heck am. We got Rick and Landfill already in the chat. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you guys coming and being here early. Hopefully the sound is coming through good. We got some really good matches here. 5 in total. So, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Let me just, Hey, how's it going, Landfill? Alright, I'm going to make sure the sound's coming through. Apparently it is. So, let's get the party started. Okay. Let's take a look where we stand right now. In Group A's division, Russia standing tall with 2-0. And then, of course, Poland and Lithuania dropped to 1-1. We have a bunch of 0-1s who are going to be battling it out today. And Austria at 1-0, see if they can join Russia as the 2-0 team at the top of the division. And then in Group B, we have United States sitting at 2-0 with their awesome battle that they had yesterday with Spain. Okay, loud and clear. Good deal, good deal. All right, so this is going to be quite interesting to see the matches today. We got a lot of really good ones. We got one more native battle to go, and we're going to see if we can get some of the first 2-0 team in this division, as the Huron are going to be looking to make that distinction. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to the battles and get right to it. And we're going to start off, I think we'll start off with the native battle, Pueblo versus Huron. So let's get to that one. Shall we? That USA-Spain match was really dumb and funny. Yes, it was. I feel like the AI in that match broke both sides, especially Spain, since lots of units were just stood there. I know. I couldn't believe, though, the USA had about a good 8 units just idle for most of that battle on their left flank. It was crazy. Okay. So, we got the Pueblo versus the Huron. We're going to do this one on the grassy flat. Whoop, that's Homestead. Where's grassy flat? There it is. Alright, so, and unfortunately I did not already set up these armies, which I should have done. But I woke up kind of late because I stayed up late. So, yeah, there's that. I was staying up late watching videos. Yeah. I was being a bad boy. Alright, so, Huron and the Pueblo are who's going to be doing this thing. We'll be able to do this pretty quick, though. I'm not gonna keep us in this screen too much, but it'll give us a chance to check in, get some other people checking in to the stream, and then we'll get started. Now, the Plains Nations, I gave them quite a bit of cav in that game yesterday against the the Cherokee, and they actually did pretty well. I'm surprised how good the Cherokee did in that match. They were going toe-to-toe with the Cherokee. But the Cherokee ended up pulling it out in the end. Let's rank these bad boys up. Alright. Let's save this army. Alright. Now we can just load it up. And we'll be ready to go for the Pueblo. Let me just make sure it loaded up correctly. Check it in. We got a couple more viewers joining. Alright, so let's get this. The Huron are... I feel like the Huron are going to be the nation to beat for the natives. They're just too damn strong. And it's going to be pretty hard for anybody to beat them because their Obajiwa warriors are just so damn good. Actually, let me save that so I don't have to... Oops. Okay. Huron. Losing my train of thought there. Load. Oops, we already got this one. Cancel. Load. Where are you, Huron? I know I saved it. There it is. Load. There we go. Alright. That native match yesterday was pretty close. Yeah, it was. It really was. Actually, at one point I thought that the planes might win it, but wasn't to be. Make sure our armies are all good to go. And it looks as though we are. So let's get to it, guys. The first battle. And let's go. Okay. So we got a couple other really good matches coming up after this one. We got Great Britain versus France, which is always going to be a fun one. And we got quite a few others that are going to be pretty intriguing. Like I said, I'm interested to see if Austria is going to continue their win streak, staying undefeated. And we're trying to see if Huron are going to follow suit with that as well. I'm like, right now, I'm just going to say off the top, I think the Huron are pretty damn OP. Let's get to it. Okay, I'm going to fast forward it until we get to the scruff, the battle. Now, obviously, the Pueblo have a little bit of a advantage here on this map because they are a better Cav nation than are the Huron. But the Huron have just absolutely way more numbers with their Obajiwa warriors. So we'll see how it goes down. And the thing is not just that they have numbers, they're really good units. The Obajiwa warriors are really good. All these large armies makes the kind of bog down a little bit on the fast forward. But we're getting close to engagement here. Got a couple of Apache Mescalero warriors coming in. Shouldn't a bad move for them. They actually have the range. And the Huron are bringing in no ranged units other than their Obajiwa horse warriors. So, if they stay out of melee, they have a clear advantage. And obviously, they got 3 cav here to 2. Although, we do have a couple more, 3 more Obajiwa warriors coming in to support. And boy, they get right after it. Let me slow it back down. Alright, so they smashed right into the Obajiwas, only losing 1. Now they're down 4. But they are just taking the Obajiwa horse warriors down here. And you can see this is going to be also aided by Obajiwa infantry and getting some bow shots in there. We'll see if the other Mescaleros are going to help out. It doesn't look like they are. So, yeah, they're going to lose Apache right there. And look at this daunting force right here. Got another Chief's bodyguard coming in. Yeah, these Apaches are just aren't shooting. I don't get it. The Obajiwas, they are. Oh, well, they're going to lose 2 Apaches right here. That's not good for them. They're going to lose another one right here, too. They are getting some good shots in. But they're getting hammered by this Obajiwa over here. Finally, the warriors are getting close, but we'll see if they can help out. They're about to lose another Apache. This is not good for the Pueblo, as that's the strength of their army is the Apaches. We'll see how it goes down here. Alright, so the warriors are about to be taking on some Obajiwa here. These warriors are ranked up, and they're getting hit by some cav, which the Pueblo are also doing to the Obajiwas over here. This is pretty crazy. We'll see how this goes down. A swarm of warriors. Yes, it definitely is. This is about to get really crazy over here. Look at the amount of Pueblo over here. You got all of these Huron sitting back way too much. Not whack too much. So all these Huron here could get overwhelmed easily. We see some arrows shooting in over here. Yep. There goes Obajiwa horse warrior breaking. Saw some guy go flying there. Okay, so looks like the Huron are giving them a clear advantage, but I will say one thing. This might not be an advantage for the Pueblo after all, because they're in this melee fight, wearing themselves out, and these guys are just chilling, so they're going to come in a little more less than fresh. As you can see, there's winded. There's a bunch of fresh still, but there's a couple winded units in here, and that's not going to be good. With melee, everything is about your ability to stay in the fight strong, and we got a lot of breakage over here on both sides. Over here, look at all the breakage. These Obajiwa warriors, and these guys should come back. There's 62 of them, but wow, we got another one about to break over here. This is surprising. Got a lot of breakage over here. The Huron are taking this side easy. So they have wrapped up this flank, and they are just going to be able to sweep in, you would think, behind, and wrap this flank up easily. But we'll see. They're going to now come in to support this Obajiwa warrior that was losing. So the painted faces of the Pueblo are just not scary enough for the Huron. I guess the feathers and the top hat take the day over painted faces. So you can see they are coming in behind. This is spelling doom. They are just going to wrap up this quickly. I don't think this is going to take long, guys. I really don't. This is pretty crazy. Hey, Enforce, how's it going? Joined, how are you doing today, Faramir? I'm doing great. How are you doing? We just basically got started. I just kind of went over the statistics on what happened. Oh, wow, look. Over here on the other flank, the Apaches putting down some bow shots on these. I think that we won't see these Obajiwas last long. They're going to have some drops in morale due to being flanked here. Although we're not really seeing that at the moment. Yep, concerned fighting cavalry. But they better win that flank fast, because look at this. The Huron coming in behind. This whole force right here is going to mass rout. And he's routing with 73 men. They are going to get mowed down. There's not going to be much of them left. They're going to quickly drop. You see them just dropping because they got them behind. They are not going to have a chance to come back. They're just going to get mowed down. This is a steamroller in action here, guys. Look at this. They're just crushing the center now. The Huron are just pummeling them. They better get their act in gear here. This is over with. I don't see how the Pueblo could come back from this. Look at the balance of power. My God. Huron, I'm telling you, the Huron are going to be something to see in this one. They are just unbelievably strong. They are just steamrolling this flank. Oh my God. They're all the way back over here. They're running down these fools. Oh. Yeah, here we go. They're just, as this mighty wave of Huron come over, they're just gonna break them down fast and hard. It's just this whole army here is gonna mass rout. It's gonna get ugly. They did finally win this flank, but it cost them a lot. Look at how low they are in manpower now. So even though they won the right flank, they lost the other flank so severely. And we got the Obajiwa horse warriors chasing off these Apache muscaleros. So that's not good. Look at this. Yep, just like I said, mass rout happening. And this is going to get contagious, and it's going to spread. So they are done. Put the fork in them. They are done, ladies and gentlemen. They are done. I don't know if that happened how y'all thought it would, but I kind of saw that one coming. Okay, so it looks as though we got the Huron smoking the Pueblo. And wasn't with the peace pipe either. Alright. Final guy, let's fast forward this. This one is over. They have routed. Wow. That was incredibly fast. Incredibly fast. Alright, let's tally up the results. Oh my god. 1980. Golly, they killed some men. This was a absolute bitch slapping. I mean, it was just not even close at any point, I don't think. Okay. So, let's go to the results screen. Give me just a moment while I pull that up. Alright. And here we go. Alright. So, the Huron remain undefeated. Let me tally up the totals here so we can get that in. Bear with me just a moment. We'll check out the... Enforcer says he expected that. F for Pueblo. Yeah. Yeah, that went pretty brutally for Pueblo. They, I think, had their confidence just wrecked in that one. Okay. So, oh my god. 4850 kills for the Huron. That is incredible. 18, 10, 30... 1176 and 1161. So 3385 for the Pueblo. Wow. That was a beatdown. That was just a man mockery of him. So the Huron go to 2-0 in the division. Now, this is all the matches for Group C. Group C's done. We obviously had a bye because there's only 5 teams. So the Iroquois got to recover from their wounds a little bit from what the Huron did to them. So now the Pueblo are going to be the one struggling in this one. But anyway, long story short, that one is over with. Now let's get to the next battle. So I think what we're going to do, the next one, this is one I want to see. United Provinces at Maratha. Let's get to that one and knock that battle out of here. United Provinces at Maratha. We're going to do this one on the Syrian Ridge. So this one's going to be pretty cool. We'll get to see if Maratha can keep their streak going. They looked pretty dominant the last time. So we shall see. Okay, Syrian Ridge. Here we go. Alright, so Maratha. Again, I apologize. I don't have the army set up like I did yesterday. But I'm going to just do this as quickly as possible so I don't bore you guys to death. We'll set up the Dutch first. Now, I did change some things if you didn't see from my video from yesterday. I did change up how I am structuring the armies. In the fact that I'm only bringing 1 light infantry because the AI is not using their light infantry properly. They're just throwing them into melee. So, therefore, I am just going to kind of forego that whole nonsense and put the bulk of the army as infantry. But obviously I've got 2 artillery, and let's see, I want to get as many actual line infantry as possible, so we're gonna take out one of those. Okay, just a little bit short of getting another infantry. We'll put in just 2 Holland Guard. No, actually, we will put 1 in. See, the thing is, the Dutch got some great units. They really do. 60 left over. We'll go with that. Alright, so save this. Okay, so now we're just going to load this up. Again, I apologize for this taking a moment. And now we'll build up the Marathan army. Okay. So what I am going to do in this, I am going to force the Maratha to take artillery. As I didn't the last battle. I think it just gives them too much advantage because they don't have a light infantry, so that already gives them an advantage. And I am going to also try to get them in some cav as well. There we go. Alright, now let's build the infantry. I'm going to limit how many of the melee forces they got as well. Alright, that's a good army. That's a real good army. Oh my god. You can see that they have the numbers. They definitely got the numbers over the Dutch. So it's really gonna be, can the Dutch use their artillery effectively? Because if they can, then they can turn this fight for their favor. But if they can't, then the Marathans are just gonna crush them. Alright, so let me check into the chat. We got Corey says, hi, great that you're streaming at a time when I don't have to keep it down and not to wake up my kids. So I'm glad. I'm going to try and stream at different times because I do know that I got people from all over the place. Some people from Europe, some people from USA. So I'm going to try and stream at different times. That way it gives everybody a chance. Landfill says, what would have been a good implementation in the game would have been custom amounts of money for custom battles like other ones. Yeah, I agree with that. That would have been really cool. Alright, so let's get to this. We're going to fast forward it while the armies kind of move in and get set up. Obviously, I'm going to be playing as a general, and if you didn't hear before, I will not use my general unless the battle outcome has already really been kind of decided. So I'm going to kind of put him behind the army, and we'll see how this thing unfolds. Now, the fact that the Marathans do not have a howitzer can be quite a disadvantage, but they make up for it in numbers. Their army is way larger than the Dutch, where the Dutch do have better quality infantry to an extent, because, I mean, the Marathans have some excellent line infantry as well. I mean, do not underestimate them. I mean, the Sikh warriors are just absolutely brutal in melee. And then you also have the Sikh musketeers, which are outstanding infantry. The only difference is they can only shoot with the first rank, so they need to be spread out, which the AI will most likely not do. So they're not going to have firepower to be able to put up with what the Dutch can put forward, because the Dutch have some excellent units. Just look at them forming up a line here. We got Scots for the Dutch, we got Swiss infantry, and we got a Holland Guard unit in their army. Now, I didn't put a Blue Guard because I didn't want to spend as much money and give them a even smaller army, but the Holland Guard are a really good guard unit, so we'll see how this breaks down, shakes down, and all the good stuff. We should start seeing some artillery barrage starting to commence here in a minute. Look at the Dutch. They're kind of hanging back. Maybe they heard about that last battle that Maratha dominated, because look at this army. They're just chilling. They are just chilling over here. So the Marathans are going to actually probably have to make the push here. Although the center Dutch army is wanting to get in there. Still, everything's kind of holding back a bit. I'm kind of surprised. We do have some artillery firing in, and we do have a little bit of a cav fight started over here. So we got the Hussars for the Dutch taking on the Sophia. I'm gonna really completely butcher these names. Sapahis, I think is what they are. So, it looks like the Light Dragoons have dismounted. And they should get a shot in here, but they stopped for some reason. If they got that shot in, the Sipahis would be done. They didn't. Look at all the light dragoons dismounting. And the light dragoons taking on the camels here. Now, camels do frighten horses, but not when they're getting shot down, they don't. So we'll see how that goes. Maratha is losing some cav here. And they got some artillery support coming in, shooting the ridge line. We got another Pandari horse coming in. Ooh, they're getting some shots on this general's bodyguard. So they're going to lose this general probably pretty quickly. Here he is. He's out of the melee for the moment. His bodyguard are keeping him out of the scruff at the moment, but he is going to be in it. There's just too much horse around. So we'll see him probably die here in just a minute. Whew. I personally don't like playing Marathas on campaign in terms of military, since no housers, no skirmishers, riflemen, no rank. You know, that can be true, but once you... Oh, look, the general got out of that somehow. He's the last man standing, that coward. You can actually get some light infantry in the campaign. Once you get into Afghanistan, you can get Afghan hillmen, and they have 90 range, and they're a pretty darn good light infantry unit. So, in campaign, actually, you can. Hey, Tag, how you doing, sir? Okay, so let's see. This army is finally starting to shimmy forward, but they're about to come in contact over here. So the right flank is still pretty quiet. The center of the battlefield is where all the action is taking place. And the Marathans are losing their cav here quite rapidly. We got another general's bodyguard over here fighting with a Sikh musketeer. So the Dutch are going to lose a second general's bodyguard here as the Marathans shimmy up the little dunes here and prepare to look on to get some shots in on these Dutch right here, which they're doing, laying it on the general's bodyguard. And that general is toast. We got another one coming through the nice little palm tree forest here. And this is, I don't know, I mean, this is getting kind of stalemate-ish. Got the general's bodyguard coming up. Gonna lay in some elephantitis on him. Okay, Holland Guard, look at him. Looking sweet up here on the dunes. Sikh warriors coming in. So this is about to be a melee scruff. See if the Holland Guard can outdo the Sikh warriors. They are at a little bit of a slope disadvantage, so they need to get up here. They did just lose some men with the artillery fire that just came in. You saw another couple solid shot going over. Holland Guard are opening up on these Sikh warriors. So, I give advantage to Holland Guard here, but we'll see how it goes down. Another Sipahi breaking there. Got some flanking fire. The Marathans are doing some nice work in here with some flanking fire. Marathans making a push here, but they don't have the numbers versus the Dutch on this flank. So we'll see how that goes down. Their artillery needs to set up and start giving some support. Haven't seen really much from the Dutch artillery, as this battle is commencing with the melee. Let's see if the Scots can hold out. They got the quality units. I don't know, guys. This is pretty tight. Holland Guard about to just pummel these Sikh musketeers. Look at this. We'll see if they stay firing. If they stay firing, that Sikh musketeer is going to be done. He's only lost 4 men, now 10. That Sikh musketeer is just going to drop fast. Over here on this flank, wow, the rifleman is getting in some shots. And the light dragoon dismounted is as well. You need to start shooting. What are you doing? We saw this yesterday with some of the units for the Spanish and Americans. Why are you not shooting? I don't get this. I saw a shot go across the top of the screen there. Solid shot. I don't understand why he's not firing. Maybe it's because his friends are there. That's interesting. Okay, so I don't know, guys. I think the Dutch are going to take this from what I'm seeing. You got some shots being fired by the Sikh Musketeers down into the Swiss. Swiss are going to have a little bit of advantage there because they can rank fire, put down a little bit more firepower on them than can the Sikh Musketeers. Sikh Musketeers have great accuracy, but they just don't have the ability to rank fire, which doesn't give them the firepower. Only the front rank shoots. So you can see here, they're going to be in trouble. Hey, Jose, how you doing? Okay, so as the Marathans, you can recruit Afghan hillmen once you take over Afghanistan. You'll have that as a ability to recruit as long as you have the military building built. Marathon's got a strong push going in the center. And look at all the breakage from the Dutch. I don't know. They lost their Holland Guard, their Scots, 2 Scots. Was it the Elephants that did this? Last time I looked in the center, the Dutch were doing pretty well. They're having some more breakage here too. This needs to start doing some canister shot here if they want to turn the tide here. But they are apparently using solid shot, I think. They might get one more volley before the push comes into where they're at. Although they got a Holland Guard with 80 men and a Swiss with 100. They're taking on quite a few. We'll see how that goes. This flank is going to be interesting. The Dutch did just lose a unit. That was a Scot. Sikh warriors, we'll see the numbers. The Marathans are pretty low in numbers, and actually have taken down the Dutch quite a bit, but there's some strong units here left. So the Dutch should take this, but this is not good for them. If these elephants come in, it's done. They're getting some backup support now. So I don't know. This flank is going to change here because they're going to come in behind these Swiss and cause some massive damage. They need to win this fight fast. And them losing another Scot is not a good sign. What are you doing, General's Bodyguard? I would get away from the elephants too. Okay, so what looked like a possible upset by the Dutch is now turning into a clear Maratha possible win. Well, they did just lose another Sikh Musketeer there. I don't know. I mean, this is pretty close. The balance of power is starting to go in the Marathans' favor. Let's see if this Hauser can start laying in some good quicklime on him. Where are you going to shoot at? They're going to move. They should be shooting. That's not good for them. All the artillery is starting to move. It's too late, man. It's too late. Okay, so the Dutch are going to lose this. I really feel it. This is a pretty close one, though. Way closer than it was for Britain, I'll tell you that. Maratha is just a damn powerhouse. So, this general here hadn't even committed to this fight. But once he does, it's going to be pretty brutal. Yeah, they're losing numbers fast here. They're going to lose this too. So this flank is gone. The center is gone. This flank is still fighting. They got some numbers here. I did get some shots, but it's not going to be enough now. General's Bodyguard looks like he's coming into support. I don't know. I don't know why they turned back. They could have taken down the artillery. And I don't know why they're particularly shooting off that direction. They did get a nice shot on these Sikh Musketeers with the quicklime, but they should have been shooting into this grouping. Ooh. So yeah, the Dutch are taking this flank. They still got a little bit of fighting chance, but just not enough, I don't believe. They do have some artillery that can support them. But yeah, the center is gone. This flank is about to be gone. You just see too many Marathan units, and really healthy ones, as a matter of fact, left. As they're shooting from both flanks of this fight with Sikh Musketeers, and the elephants, by all means, are just there that can go in there and just demolish them. Yeah, they're done. They're exhausted too. That is, I don't know, man. I mean, as the Huron are going to be a real unstoppable powerhouse, Maratha is really building themselves up to be that unstoppable force for this division. Ooh, some shrapnel shot. They should have done canister. You had perfect range for canister shot there. Go canister shot right into this group. Take them down before you get killed here. Here it goes. What are they going to do? It was a shrapnel shot, and it didn't even get much. Alright, so that flank is gone, so the Marathans are going to win this. Man, they got a lot of units left. Holy mackerel. So, the quality of the Dutch really stood in there really good for a while, but there's just too much of the Marathans. They just wore them down, and slowly but surely, the Marathans took their losses, but it just, you know, there's just too much of them. They're in behind them now. So this one is almost over. There it goes. All right. So there we have it. Maratha goes 2-0 in that one. Okay, let's total this up. The Dutch just got overwhelmed. Okay, now 65, 10, 10, and 1035. All right, so that one is in the record books, and let's go ahead and add those totals up, and we'll go to the next battle. Clap. Okay. Yeah, beat artillery management. Yeah, that was pretty sad for artillery there. We'll see. So far, the army that did the best with artillery of all the battles we've seen so far was the Austrians. The Austrians' artillery really was a difference maker in their battle against the Ottomans. Like I said, the Ottomans were winning that fight, and it was the Austrian artillery winning the day for them. We didn't see that here for the Dutch. The Dutch only managing 32-19 kills versus a Maratha force who got, let's see, okay, the Ottomans got 4,072 kills. Whoops. And they go on to be undefeated. Okay, so let's take a look at the standings. So now you got United States and Maratha sitting at 2-0. Wow, so that's going to be an interesting fight when we see USA and Maratha. And United Provinces and United States go up against each other next match. United Provinces dropped to 0-2. Not good for them, but they can turn this thing around still. 0-2 doesn't mean you're out of it yet. Okay, so we got 3 more matches left. We got Sweden and Ottomans who we're going to do next. So let's go ahead and get that one going on. So that was a good battle. I do agree. It was definitely a, I mean, like I said, I think what happened is The Dutch seem to be doing really well at first, but they were breaking a lot of Marathan units, but it's just the amount of men that they displace on the battlefield is just too much, because while the Dutch were fighting that, they were getting tired, and then in came the fresh Marathans and just cleaned it up. Okay, so we're also going to fight this one on the Syrian Ridge, because it is Ottoman home field advantage. And we will see. Wait a minute. Hold on just a second. I don't know why, but I forgot. Yeah, Sweden. I just want to make sure I was doing the right battle here. So we got Sweden versus the Ottomans. This is going to be interesting. Okay. Not necessarily are they rivals, but they're in a division with a lot of good rivalries with Russia and Poland, Lithuania, and all those guys. So anyways, let's see how this goes down. Let's set up the army real quick. And riflemen. Okay. We'll save that army. And we'll load them up. Now, in this also, the Swedish are going to put on better quality units, but the Ottomans have way more men, and they got good quality units as well. So the Ottomans, don't count them out. Let's see, there we go. All right, and this, and what we're going to do is set them up with 2 artillery, Nizam Cadet, 3 of the Delhi Horsemen, and we're going to give them Safahi, and I think that'll be good. Let's get them some Nizam Cadet rifles, line, some Chiros, and some Palestinians. Actually, give them another. Alright, we'll just rank one of these guys up if we can. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's save this up. Okay, we're almost ready to go. Tag says, I want the Ottomans to win. Yeah, I think the Ottomans are, they got the quality units, let's put it that way. They got one more unit than do the Swedish army. So we'll see how it stacks up. Like I said, they got a lot of Nizam Cadet. They got Cairo Janissaries, which are great units. Beyliks are great units. They don't have any really bad units. We'll see if the superior lines of the Swedish can help them out, but this is going to be interesting to see. Yeah, Landfill says the Dutch were doing good, ran out of manpower, had essentially little help from the artillery, which should have massively tipped the balance. Yeah, I totally agree. It just, yeah, I'm thinking Ottoman here. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat below who you think's going to win this one. Let's get right to it. Let's not waste time. We'll put it in fast forward while the armies are shimmying forward. Okay. So the Ottomans have, in total, 3 more units than the Swedish do. We'll see if that plays in favor to them. We have 3 artillery units setting up over here on the flank for the Swedish. We got 1 over here for the Ottomans. They're moving their artillery mostly to this side, it looks. And they need to bring this army forward. The AI definitely does some weird things, that's to be sure. I am... Okay, it looks like we got a little bit of a fight that's going to be starting here. Got some Delhi horsemen and some light dragoons. That definitely does not benefit the Delhi horsemen, especially when you're showing your flank to them, but they're flipping around. They do have the woodland. Let's see if that helps. Swedish do have the ridge line to protect the majority of their force. This dune. It's time to take a little dip in the old oasis here. Oh, we got some backward trotting. That was looking sweet. Did you see that? they're pulling the Delhi horsemen pulling off the trick moves. Look at this. This is outstanding. Delhi horsemen are some horsemen to be reckoned with. Doing some nice tricks with the horses. I love that. That was great. I actually took down quite a few of these Swedish light dragoons. Got them down to 55 from 75. They've only lost 11. Displacing some nice swordsmanship too. Oh wow. This guy's almost off his horse. Man, these Delhi horsemen are cracking me up. Okay. We're going to have to put that one as a... I'm going to have to go back and record that as a clip because that was pretty great. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was epic to be sure. All right. Why does this seem like it's setting up kind of the same as the last battle? Although the Swedish are putting their cav a little bit forward more than the Dutch did. Got some great quicklime shot in here. They only got, well actually they got almost 20 off of this one. They got 9 off of that unit. So the Swedish throwing down some quicklime. Looks like, look at these Chiaro Janissaries going after the light dragoons. They did take some damage there. Pretty bad damage. Let's see what happens here. Look at this. The Delhi horsemen are just putting it to them. They've still got 31 men versus 35 light dragoons. Man, the Delhi horsemen are some damn good cav. Damn good cav. Okay, so I think the Delhi horsemen are going to win that. Got another Chiaro Janissary coming up here to support. Chiaro Janissaries are exceptional units. They got Beyliks coming in behind the light dragoons, so the Ottomans will be able to knock out the light dragoons, which he's about to rout. But incoming is some Swedish line infantry. Got some cav up here fighting. This ridge line here is becoming a hotly contested spot. We got the Nizam Cadet infantry is laying down some nice fire from up here. Getting some kills on these line infantry. Got a superior line there. Got the artillery super close. Looks like they're throwing shrapnel shot in. Got another artillery here laying down some fire. From right here. So, ooh. Look at this. Again, another quicklime shot. This is, ooh. The Dutch need to get off this ridgeline and into this fight more. I mean, I'm sorry, Dutch. The Ottomans need to get off this ridgeline where they're getting just plastered by the artillery here. Get into this scrap of this so they have to shoot their own men. Oh, we got a superior line taking on a Chiaro Janissary. That is not going to benefit the Chiaro Janissary at all. They're going to get chewed up. Though they did put a good shot on them, actually dropping them lower. So I don't know. This is actually... Chiaros are pretty damn good. to be taking on a superior line. They're down to 68 now, so the superior line is wearing them down. It's just the platoon fire is just too much for the Chiaros to keep up with. So now they got a clear advantage, but they did take them down quite a bit. Got them in the 70s. Yeah, that Chiaro's gone. So the Swedish can take this flank easily. Let's check and see if the fight started over here finally. In the other flank. As there is just heaps of Ottoman forces here on this flank. Got a line infantry here in the little palm trees next to the oasis. They can take a dip if they're getting into too much hot water to cool themselves off. We've got Chiaros looking to start setting up. Several Chiaros going to be setting up to shoot this line infantry. But he does have the woodland to help. And a little bit of flanking assistance by this line here. And now we got a rifleman coming in. We'll see what happens. Some strange tactics indeed, Landfill. Strange tactics. Like, look at the rifleman. More strange tactics afoot. Okay. We got some breakage for the Ottomans here. The balance of power is fairly close. I don't know if there's an advantage for either army, but Swedish going into square formation here, trying to see if that helps them out. But look at all these. Man, there are so many Nizam Cadet in there that broke their square formation. The Ottomans have so many men there, I don't know. Got two superior lines here to help out. But if the Ottomans can somehow break this top, they can sweep down and help that other flank. Let's see what happens. The Ottoman artillery are going to be able to start opening up here in a minute. But man, look at these artillery are still just putting in devastating fire on these Nizam cadets. They're in trouble, are the Ottomans on this flank. The Beyliks are into the superior. The Janissaries are actually breaking this line. Let me bring my general a little bit more forward. We got a Nizam Cadet rifle taking a break over here by the oasis. They need to get in the fight. They need to support this flank here. Got a full superior line coming in now. General's bodyguard about to die. This one Nizam Cadet holding off all these units of almost a full superior line. Another superior line. Another superior line, but only 43 men. And a 41 line infantry being held back by 64 Nizam Cadet. Interesting. Alright. We got 68 superior line, 57 superior line, 87 Nizam Cadet, and 47. I think this Nizam Cadet should be able to take that, but hold on. There's 117 line infantry here. They're assisting this flank. The Ottomans are starting to gain ground here in this fight. They are putting some... The Nizam Cadet are they are just overwhelming this line infantry, obviously. And we have a melee fight going on over here in the palms for the superiority of the right flank of the Swedish army. We'll see how this breaks down. This does look to be an advantage for the Ottomans. The Ottomans, yes, the balance of power is definitely shifting in the Ottomans' favor here. This was pretty tight for quite a while, but now the Ottomans are just starting to overwhelm the Swedish. And they are breaking the line infantry here, leaving just two superior lines to fend off, and they're pretty low in number against all these Ottomans. And look at this. They just took the hill. The Ottomans are going to end up winning this, guys. I don't think there's any way the Swedish can win. The Swedish can win the left flank here. Got a superior line here. They need to get back over here and win this flank as fast as possible. All this artillery helped them out quite a bit to be able to win this flank for the Swedes over here on the left. Let's see how this is going on. Got a line infantry full strength taking on the two Nizam Cadet that ended up winning over there. Look at this. We still got a Delhi horseman. The Cav is still alive for the Ottomans. the Ottomans are just putting a hurting. Somehow the Swedish did win this fight over here on the flank, but not with many men left. They do have one line infantry that's full strength. So we'll see. There's some solid shot coming in over there. But look at all this men. This is over with. We're going to fast forward this. This one is done. We're just doing mop-up work now. I don't know. I don't see there being any way possible for the Swedish to pull this out. The Delhi Horsemen getting in on the action. Keeping them bogged down. Looks like a Nazim Cadet's going to open up. Yeah. So they're going to be able to roll this flank now. All these forces coming in. We got 3 units taking on these 2 Swedish units over here. Wow, they took that line down fast. I mean, they just took him down. Shattered him. The rifleman's gone. There it is, guys. Ottomans are going to take this. So those Ottoman fans, Ottomans pull back, starting out the tournament with 0-1. They're going to get their first win against the Swedish. As we got the remnants of the Swedish army trying to hold out here. Putting up a classy effort here. Artillery throwing in some firing on them. But it's just going to be too much. They're getting overwhelmed now. We got one superior line over here. He should just rout in a second. As soon as he gets in there. Wow, the Ottomans. That was a pretty fast battle too, I must say. Yeah, actually the Swedish did use their range. It was, I do agree with you, Landfill. Okay, so the Ottomans. Let's tally up their kills. Now, if you don't know why I'm adding up the kills can be tiebreakers to see who gets in the playoffs. That's why it's important to keep track of the kills, as the Swedish did not get a whole lot, to be honest with you. Okay, let's go and tally it up and see if we can put in the results here. American Indians and the Indian Maratha. Okay, so that will be a thing. We will see Maratha probably face the natives. I'm sure we're going to see a Huron versus Maratha in the playoffs, but we'll have to wait till the playoffs for that because they're in different divisions. So all the American natives are going against each other to see who's going to be the best native faction to represent their division to go on and face the whoever they have to face in the playoffs. And I'll show you that here in just a second, what I'm talking about. Wow. The Ottomans getting 4,000 kills here. 4,093 to be exact. And the Swedish came out with a rather low number. Shockingly low, actually. Only one of their armies got over 1,000 kills. This is disgracefully low. 2708. They didn't even break 3,000. So the Ottomans just shellacked them. So let's look at the standings here. And we'll talk about the divisions and how this is all going to break down and how somebody can get to the playoffs or how they can't. Okay, so Russia in Group A is sitting with 2-0. And now with Sweden losing, they dropped to 0-2. The Ottomans raise up to 1-1. And you can see we have 10 rounds in this match. So they have a possibility of 10 games. So their records of 10 games will determine who gets to go to the playoffs. And then when we get to the playoffs, there's going to be several rounds of the playoffs that we're going to fight to see who ends up being the champion. So, but for example, the top ranked team of Group A is going to face the second ranked player of Group C. And I'll show you what I'm talking about in that. So whoever wins Group A as the top ranked player, so right now it would be Russia, they would face the second ranked person in Group C, which would be the Cherokee. So that's how the playoffs is going to work. And yeah, Russia all the way. Enforcer is a Russia fan there. So that's basically how the playoff system is going to work. And so that's that. We got 2 more battles to do, and then this round is over. So we're going to do the next one, Austria versus Prussia. Prussia being the home field team. So let's get to it. Pretty interesting matches so far. Austria and Prussia. So Austria won their match against the Ottomans last week, or last round, and the Prussians lost a battle against the Russians. Prussians, Russians, I know that can be confusing, but okay. So we're going to take this one to the Finland map. And Austria and Prussia. See who is... This is a good rivalry match here. The 2 German factions. See their first matchup of this tournament. Now, if you didn't realize, every team in their division is going to face each other twice. So, that is going to be interesting because... you can redeem yourself against somebody you lose against, or you could get basically swept. Hey, Wild Ride, how you doing? Thank you for joining the stream. We are just kind of getting set up, and whoops. Okay, we're gonna put in what hopefully will be a nice Austrian army. And we'll give him a no, I don't want a militia. There we go. Okay, that's a pretty good army for Austria. And I'm going to give him one with Wimboos. There we go. Okay, that's a good army. And we'll save this one. And load that one into this spot. Okay. And Prussia. Check out. Landfield says, I reckon Prussia will win this. Wild Ride says, Faramir's Rangers, you have mods for the Empire Total War. I do, actually. And I'm actually looking to... let me just make sure I got these armies right. I am going to be probably doing some live streams of a couple of new mods that I haven't played before. That I'm kind of interested in playing. So look forward to seeing that come out here shortly, because let's see, I want to get them a pretty good, there we go. All right, that's a pretty good army there. But anyways, to answer your question, yes, I do have some mods. I've been playing around with Imperial Splendor, but I don't know. I mean, there's things about it I like, okay, but Imperial Splendor for me, it just doesn't do it. I don't know. It takes away too many things I like about the game, and really kind of makes it a little boring for me. Dark Mod, I've been revisiting that one again just recently, actually. I was playing a Prussia campaign in Dark Mod, and let's get right to this. But Dark Mod, in my opinion, is probably one of my least favorite mods, which I know shocks a lot of people, because For a lot of people, it's their favorite mod. But I think it really just, it's just too much fluff and not enough substance, in my opinion. And what I mean by that, number one, I think Dark Mod ruins one of the real strong points of Empire, which is the naval battles. Look at the Austrians with their artillery already setting up. They got fairly decent artillery position. If you remember, again, their artillery is what did it, as they are unlimbering their artillery again. As I guess because they saw the cav coming in. But if they would have got a shot off, they could have got some good hits on that. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, Dark Mod ruins the naval battles. It just ruins them. And it basically, almost everybody auto-resolves. Oh, they did get some shots. They shot the wrong way, though. Yeah, naval battles are one of the funnest things I enjoy playing. And Dark Mod, you cannot win a naval battle if you don't have superior forces. It's just impossible. Because it's so hard to inflict any damage upon the enemy. We're about to have some Grinzers versus Light Dragoons here. These Grinzers better open up. Grinzers will put devastating fire, but they're not shooting. Get shooting. Light Dragoons sure are. Oh, wow. You're going to lose 30 men almost of your best unit just dancing around, and the Light Dragoons are still there. 30 men can still put devastating fire on those Light Dragoons. What are you thinking, Austria? What are you thinking? Light Dragoons are going to face off against the Light Dragoons. The Grinzers did not get one shot in. The artillery for Austria putting some nice fire down. Bosniaks are going to get beat over here by the Light Dragoons. We got the Prussian artillery putting in some great shots until they hit one with solid shot. If they would have left that with quick lime, that would have been a pretty devastating hit there. Got the second Hussars coming in, ladies and gentlemen. One of my favorite calves in the game. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. Took them down. Wow, I mean, the Bosniaks came in as well. So we got two really great cav units just putting a hurting on that line infantry there. We got a massive scrap here. We got a scrap in the valley region. Oh, man. Got a Prussian unit breaking. It was a general's bodyguard. How quaint. Got a Jaeger up here on the hill. And looked like artillery fire from up there. This guard is under some pretty bad way here. Line infantry and a Jaeger. He's going to get tore up. That Jaeger shoots. There he goes. Took him down almost 20. Yep, over 20 shot and killed by the Jaeger. Now the line infantry is about to open up on him. One of the guards better get shooting. They could still take down this line infantry. Ooh. They got first shot. Look at this, guys. He's down to the 70s. He could still win this fight with the line infantry. 60s now. Only got 9 of them down. We'll see how this fight turns out. The guards put down devastating fire. But that line is about to open up again. Prussians, known for their fastest reloading line infantry in the game. They just decimated this guard. I mean, the Jaegers did help. And the Jaegers getting in some shots in on this line infantry down here. Austria not doing well in this. Although we do see some Prussians breaking. But again, we did see the Austrians struggle early against the Ottomans in the other game. And their artillery did change the difference of that battle. They got good positioning for their artillery here. We'll see if that makes a difference for them. Let's see. Go back to the chat here and see what we got. I hope soon someday as Hanover and build an empire. Yeah, Hanover is a pretty fun nation to play as. It removes the cheese from naval battles. Yeah, to me, you think the AI is better in Dark mod? Vanilla Empire Total War is dumb AI. Honestly, the AI is basically the same in Dark mod as it is in Vanilla, believe it or not. A lot of people think it's better, but it's really not. I'll tell you what the difference is. The only difference Dark mod has over Vanilla is Dark mod's AI is just going to push more aggressively. They still do the same stupid things, meaning that they'll send units in one at a time. They still do that. But in Dark mod, you have units break faster and then reform and then, come back to the battle. So you have that happening a lot more. Austria is really taking a beating in this one, guys. But the AI, in my opinion, in Dark mod is no different and is no more superior than is the AI in Vanilla. And it's just the amount of numbers too. That's really the only difference, because the amount of numbers that you're facing if you have a unit break early and you're not able to kind of keep that flood back, it's overwhelming. Because that's what the AI does. The AI is trying to overwhelm you with its ability to micro faster than you. As you can see here, the Austrians trying to do what they did to the Ottomans, but their shots are coming in short. The Prussians have completely taken this flank here, with the exception of one guard unit, but that guard's going to lose. So the Prussians are just going to be able to sweep down here and take this. I don't know. I mean, if the Austrians can somehow win this fight fast, then maybe. But I don't see it happening. We'll see. As we see some shots coming in from the Prussians. But anyway, Dark mod, it doesn't really improve the AI. Now, I've heard Imperial Destroyer does. And I've never played that mod. And that's one I'm about to upload or download and start trying that one. Because I am very interested to see what that mod is like playing. The other one I want to play is Rights of Man. I'm going to be downloading that one. And that one is supposed to be a really good mod as well. So that's kind of where my opinions are with mods. But yeah, Dark mod is my least favorite of all the mods. I think it ruins the game with naval battles. Basically, you just only auto-resolve naval battles. And, I mean, what's the point in that? I mean, why have them to where you can fight them in person if you just auto-resolve? And that's kind of how I feel about that. Okay, we got a line infantry behind, so this is going to cause morale drops for these Austrians. Although we do see breakage here for the Prussians. So if these guards can somehow win this, as we see the general bodyguard, who is crucial to the Austrians' efforts. Yeah, almost this artillery being here is more beneficial to the Austrians. Even though they're going to lose their artillery, it still gives this general time to keep their army intact for them to be able to break these last Prussians, this grenadier holding off this unit, and then they can somehow get in here before the Prussians get these two units into the fight. But luckily it's a militia, and there is one superior line that's got decent strength. But they've got to get in here and knock out this unit. They got some good units here fighting this fight here. But the Jaegers all the way behind. I mean, look at the Prussians. They're all the way behind over here. That's why I don't think the Austrians have much of a chance left. Still a chance, just not much of one. But anyways, back to Dark mod. Wild Rise says, "Ooh, I am not wait for your next video." Yeah, Dark mod. The graphics in it look great. The music in it obviously is great. There are some great things that make you feel good. The units are really large, but the battles become very long, very drawn out, and it becomes almost boring. So I'll give you another example. So why I don't like Darth Mod. So in a battle that you have to win versus the enemy, and you want to just completely take their army off the map and destroy their army completely, right? When you fight that battle, you have your cav and you're running down the men. It takes forever to run down all their routing units with your cav because there's so many of them, and it takes forever for the cav to kill off all the men that you spend almost 45 minutes running down that army so you don't have to face it again. And that is just like, I'm sitting here, okay, the game's not fun at that point. And that's what you want out of the game. You want the game to be fun. Austrians have lost this one, guys. The Austrians have lost this one. Prussia takes it in dominating fashion. Prussia, boy, oh boy. Prussia, Prussia, Prussia. You have taken the battle. What is left? Oh, my general. Oh, my general. Let's go suicide. See if we can get some kills here for the Austrians. We're going to take out some grenadiers here, guys. Blam. Let's get some of these guys. Oh, I'm breaking already. I did break a unit. I do have that going for me. I did break a unit. Okay, there we go. End of the battle. Close defeat for the Austrians. I don't know about that. I think the Prussians took them out pretty hard. All right, so Austria, 20, 10, 89. Yeah, their kill counts are pretty low. I don't think they got over 3,000. Okay, let's add it up and put it on there. And we got one more battle. Now, if you didn't know, I am probably going to do a live stream after this. I might take a small break, and then I will be doing a live stream after we finish this last battle. I'll be doing one for multiplayer. So if that's something you're interested in, then stick around for that. Or I might take like a 30-minute break after we finish this next battle, which is Great Britain versus France, by the way. Yeah, I know, close defeat it definitely wasn't. We'll see that when we add up these totals. 1089, 854, and 913. Okay, so Austria, oof, they don't even crack the they don't even crack the 3,000 mark. That's pretty bad. Okay, Prussia. Okay, so Prussia 36-29, and Prussia gets their first win and drops Austria down. So let's take a look at the standings now that that division has finished its second round. Russia is 2-0, Prussia 1-1, Austria 1-1, Ottomans 1-1, Poland, Lithuania 1-1, and Sweden at 0-2. This division is pretty wide open. Anything can happen, and there will be another Austria and Prussia rematch. Let's see when that is. Prussia and Austria is in round 7 for the rematch of this battle. But let's get to the last one, the one that is going to be pretty damn interesting. France and Great Britain. This one's going to be good. Who do you guys think is going to win the next one? Great Britain or France? Let me know in the comments below. Great Britain or France? Who bets? Place your bets, please. Place your bets. All right, we're going to do this one on the Finland map. Oop, not Prussia. Great Britain. Okay, and France. Okay. Let's set this armies up really quick. Want to give them at least some kind of numbers here. Just short of another guard. Alright. Is what it is. I don't want... Give him a Crassier. Hell with it. Okay. Let's load him up. All right, Great Britain. Ferguson Rifleman, where are you? Oh, not you. There you are. Give him a... Gives them some Coldstreams. And let's throw in the line infantry. Finish it off there. There we go. Alright. Let's save this. GB. And we'll load them up. And then let's get to it. Okay. We'll see how this breaks down. I want to make sure I would have had an army there. Alright. Okay, let's do it, guys. Last battle of round 2. I don't know. I'm going Team France here, guys. I'm going Team France. Team France over Great Britain. That's what I'm thinking. Woo-wee. Alright, let's get to it. We'll fast forward it while the armies slog forward. Okay, but yeah, so just getting back on the mod talk while we're talking. I'm interested to see Rights of Man, what that one's like. I did watch the review about several months ago that Godia's channel put up about that mod, and actually it's interesting because his opinions of Dark Mod are very similar of mine. It's something I've been very vocal on the channel for several years, because I've had people ask me why I don't play Dark Mod, and ooh, got some shrapnel shot coming in already for Great Britain. Did get a shot and got a couple Bulkleys on that shot. My overall favorite unit in the game is the Bulkleys. General's going to get shot here. He's just trotting forward, walking. Not wise. Ooh, we got some artillery fire hitting these Bulkleys here. Damn. Took him down to 10 men. So General's bodyguard's already getting wasted. Great Britain getting their light dragoons just wasted by some quicklime here. Okay. Landfill says he's rooting for France to win, but I'm suspecting Britain will win this one. Did I miss anything amazing? No, not yet. Just getting started. Looks like the Regiment Horse did get in here on the Carabiners and put some nice damage on that charge, but got another Carabiner coming in here to support. And that just put a devastating hit. And it's going to break that Regiment Horse. So kind of an unwise move there. But we got 2 light dragoons now coming in. There should get some good shots in this Grenadier. Whoa! Great Britain nails their own light dragoon here with some quicklime. Not wise. We got solid shot coming in for the French. So we'll see what goes down here. Got some solid shot coming in from this 6-pounder right here. And they got the howitzer coming in, ready to set up. Got a lot of French forces here versus Great Britain. Great Britain does have the hill. They're putting some nice fire down on this line infantry. Well, they were until they moved. Got the cuirassiers now coming in, hitting them from behind. France is going to take this flank. Great Britain is putting the overwhelming majority of their army into the center. Wow, this one is going super fast. So we see quite a bit. I mean, they have thrown almost everything in the kitchen sink at the center. I mean, look at all the Great Britain forces in here. France is meeting them with quite a bit of men as well. But man, I mean, I'm wondering what in the world happened over here to Great Britain. Got the Fusiliers. Man, they look sharp, don't they? They're getting ready to platoon fire here. Whoa! Shit! Got a nice hit on that carabiner in Bulkley. Okay. So, Great Britain has lost a lot of units already. I mean, a lot. Can't believe this one. Anyway, sorry I'm getting a little quiet. This is looking like a France win. Balance of power is still pretty even. Great Britain over here on the flank is getting some nice shots in, but they're about to get grenadiered here. Not throwing grenades, but they're putting in the melee. Looks like the light dragoons and stuff that were over here on the flank for Great Britain are gone. They lost a reg of horse as well. Black Watch making their appearance. Looks like Great Britain has lost yet another general. France has lost one. They're going to take out these carabiners and probably this line infantry as well. They should win this flank because there's not many grenadiers. There is another one here, but this line is pretty full strength. Got a lot of breakage here for Great Britain. A lot. Sad to see that they put their Ferguson riflemen into melee. Here goes some more breakage. Great Britain is having some problems here in this battle. Bad. The Bulkleys going in mass. That's just not a unit you want to be in melee with. Bulkleys are extremely good melee units. Now France is just wrapping up the top up here. There's only a few straggling British units. 66 here. 55 there. They're into the artillery. I got my general up here about to get in a fight. Let me bring him down here. See if we can keep him alive a little bit longer. This line infantry has just gotten mowed down by this grenadier, and he continues to. Got a carabiner coming in here, going to hit him. Great Britain is going to lose this, guys. Balance of power is quickly shifting into France's favor. They have broken in a wedge here in the center of this fight in the middle of the battlefield. Another British unit breaking. Man, look at this. It's like a French horde. Just look at the amount of men here. I mean, this is overwhelming. And they're starting to wrap in and around behind on both sides of the center force. Ooh. Great Britain throwing in some fire on these units coming in down here. Now, the French, I will say, they didn't end up with as many units as it looked like they would from the top. But they do have a Bulkley with 110 men. They only face one unit left up there. My general's getting shot. I think I can safely throw my general into the fight. This one is pretty much over for Britain. Hey, King, what's up, man? King is arrived. Okay, let's see if my family is going to win this battle. Vive la France! Vive la France! Alright, let's put the general to die. Yeah, the British are just breaking everywhere. It's over! It's over. Down goes Great Britain. Down goes Great Britain. They're breaking everywhere. Woo, boy, this was a beating. Jesus Louises. Look at how many French are left. Look at all the bodies in here. Almost all the battle took place. I mean, the French was so bold, they put their artillery, their howitzer, right in the middle of it. That's how bold France was on this battle. I mean, my God. That was crazy. So, anyways, this battle is over with. And this is going to wrap up. We're going to put in the results. And if you didn't hear, I am going to do a live stream of multiplayer. As soon as I end the stream of this, I'm going to take like about a 30-minute, 45-minute break. And then I'm going to do a live stream again of multiplayer that I always have quite a few battles with friends that I do almost every day. So you can join along and watch my battles with my friends in multiplayer if you would like. Man, Britain did not get many kills at all. They just got pummeled. This was a beatdown extraordinaire. Okay, let's add up the results. France 1.1. Yeah. Okay, let's tally it up. Let's put the sad numbers to rest for Great Britain. Man, after Great Britain got demolished by Maratha, I would have thought for sure they would... Oh, guys. The total kills for Great Britain is probably the worst I've seen. 2,046. Oof. That's bad. What's even worse is, I mean, France won this one convincingly, and they routed them off so fast they weren't able to rack up the kills. Only got 32-36. So France wins that one easily, and probably the biggest rout of the whole series so far, and demolishes them. So let's take a look at the standings now. Great Britain joins United Provinces at 0-2. And we got United States and Maratha at 2-0, and Spain and France now with 1-1. So France elevates and gets their first win versus Great Britain. And we got the Huron sitting at 2-0, Cherokee 1-0, Pueblo 1-1, Iroquois at 0-1, and the Plains Nations at 0-2. And then in the Group A division, the only undefeated team left is Russia with 2-0, Prussia 1-1, Austria 1-1, Ottomans 1-1, Poland, Lithuania 1-1, and Sweden 0-2. Do not forget, 2 teams from each group will go to the playoffs. So the best 2 teams from each group will represent their nation or their group in the playoffs. And then in the playoffs, we have a tournament bracket system where they will face each other in the different rounds to see who ends up being the overall champion. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out. We're 2 games in of 10. So there's 8 more games, 8 more matches left. For example, next round, we're going to have Sweden versus Russia, Poland, Lithuania versus Austria, Ottomans versus Prussia. So then also you're going to have United States versus United Provinces, Spain versus Great Britain, Maratha versus France. That's going to be a really good one. I'm looking forward to that one. If anyone can beat Maratha, I think it is France that can win versus Maratha. So we'll see how that one plays out. In Group C, we're going to have the Huron versus the Cherokee. The 2 undefeateds from this division are going to face off, so there's only going to be 1 undefeated after this battle. The Iroquois versus the Pueblo. So the Iroquois trying to get their first win against the Pueblo, who are 1-1. So that's going to be quite interesting. But anyways, guys, there we have it. The finishing of round 2 of our playoffs. I mean, of our, not playoffs, of our tournament. Round 2 is in the books. We go on to round 3 next week. We will have that. And there we go. So if you want, you can, in about 30, 45 minutes, I'm going to take a break from the stream, and I'll be back with another stream. And I'm going to be doing some multiplayer matches, and we'll just see how long it goes. Also, don't forget, I'm going to be having a live stream tomorrow of a review of, recap and review of the movie The Patriot. So if that's a movie you like or you've seen, you might want to revisit it. I'm going to revisit that movie tonight, watch it, get it fresh in my mind, and then I'm going to do a recap and review of the movie Patriot. I think you guys will enjoy that, so stick around tomorrow. I'm going to be doing that stream at noon. It is already scheduled in the channel, so don't forget to see that. Clap, 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 shimmy and shake. It's going to be good, and I'm looking forward to that stream tomorrow. But again, you'll see me back here again in about 30, 45 minutes for a multiplayer stream, and I will look forward to seeing you then, guys. I will see you later in just briefly 30 to 45 minutes. Signing off, and I'll see you in a little bit. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate you for joining the stream, and I look forward to seeing you in the next stream in just